Okay, y'all. So today we got some news. You may already heard this or not, or maybe you haven't, but we gonna talk about it anyway. So Tiffany Henyard, she is the mayor of Dolton, okay, in Illinois. If you do not know who this woman is, let me just show you some clips of her. She is what you would call a very bullying mayor. She comes into her meetings dressed like Nino Brown. She plays songs by Rihanna. B better have my money. And she's talking to the people of the city that they better have her money. She has wasted all of the funds. She has spent it on herself. And the word, allegedly, from the streets of Chicago and the people that I know that's in the Illinois area, even from Springfield, Illinois, the word is that she is gang affiliated. Now that's allegedly, but that's what the people on the street say. But anyway, let me just play you some clips of this woman so you can get familiar with who she is if you already don't know.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work, no work. Don't nobody know nothing? Yeah. Nobody. Nobody? Trustees? Nobody? Nobody knows something.
Here she is starting a Dolton Village board meeting dressed like the Wesley Snipes character in the movie New Jack City, later punctuating her political points with the help of her own DJ.
Every single resident, pay me what you owe me. Thank you, DJ.
Now, there is a lot that you can find about her online. This woman is crazy. She is the definition of done lost your dang mind. She has done so much stuff we will not go over here, but she has extorted all kind of people. She has shut down businesses. The officers that work for her and her entourage, they have so much money in overtime. It's not even possible to be up that many hours in a day. She was under investigation of all of the spending that she did and stealing the money. And she's always had such an arrogant attitude the whole time. Like she really doesn't care what anybody thinks. She doesn't take accountability for anything that she has done. And her attitude is one of a very much narcissistic person. But she has been investigated. They got Lori Lightfoot to come in and do an investigation of all of the paperwork, and this is what her findings were.
The residents of Dolton have suffered needlessly because of the financial mismanagement under this current mayor.
For several months, Lori Lightfoot has spent time taking a closer look at the village's finances, hired by the Board of Trustees to get down to the bottom of Tiffany Henyard's spending habits, stemming from first-class travel, questionable charity, and self-promotion.
The Board of Trustees, in many instances, was not able to even track or see credit card purchases that were being done over the last few years.
Many credit card expenses didn't have a receipt, and the statements provided limited information about the purchases. The report shows more than $170,000 in travel-related costs from 2021 to 2024, $51,000 spent at local area restaurants. The village's credit cards were used at big box stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Apple, and Dick's Sporting Goods. Nearly $50,000 was spent on building an ice rink. That's more charges to the credit card, but no bidding process or board approval for the ice rink beforehand.
Now, with all of that being said, there was a meeting, I guess, a town hall meeting, community meeting that happened the other night. And at this meeting, there were words exchanged. Now, if you've been keeping up with this story, at all of her meetings, there are words exchanged. People are really upset with her. The trustees have a problem with her. There's a lot of going back and forth. And she got a really smart mouth, and she goes right back and forth with them.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
Are you always trying to call somebody else out? We're calling you out.
William, you're out of here, okay? You're out of here. You don't even live in the township.
Retaliation. So again, thank you for the lawsuit.
So in this last meeting, she did not like what was being said to her. One man called her out of her name. Her boyfriend decided to get into an altercation with him. They start fighting, and then Tiffany bring her ghetto behind over there and jump in. And she busts her head on the table, and then they took her away to the hospital. So anyway, take a look at this.
With breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight, and witnesses say Henyard herself jumped onto the pile.
Yeah, so take a look at this. Videos all over social media tonight. It happened as a community activist and frequent Henyard critic was speaking. He apparently insulted Henyard, calling her a name. That's when a witness says Henyard's boyfriend confronted him. That's when the chaos ensued. The witness says Henyard pushed her table out of the way, ran to the back of the room to join in. Police are there. We're going to keep you updated.
While you've been at work, and I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would better take a vote, that we're going to change. Exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of our member. So all those in favor say, all those against it say nay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. You gone, bitch.
Woo-hoo! Woo! 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 What? Leave him alone. Get this.
It was one thing when the guys were fighting, but when she jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
She jumped in, she hit her head on the table, so I don't know, she may be injured.
Now, with that said, this is what's going on. Now, I do not understand for the life of me why Tiffany is not in jail yet. I'm sure that's coming. It gotta be coming. I hope that is coming, but she is not in jail, as you can see, for the things that she has done, although that's exactly where she deserves to be. But if you would like to watch more, I'm going to end this clip with it just playing a portion of the meeting that happened the other night, where everybody is standing up telling her how they feel about her right before the altercation happens. So you can take a look at that, and I will catch you on the next live or the next video.
On something they voted to do, claiming that they wanted to be transparent, but yet they said no to moving forward so the actual investigation can take its place. We did do the proper channels as it relates to put it in the paper, put it out for bid, things of that nature, and now we're here at this moment trying to move forward. And just like y'all see her voting today, they could have came to every single board meeting, bid exactly what they're doing today, which is vote no. They could have voted no, and we would have voted yes, right? And it would not have passed. The township did not have to become gridlocked without insurance, without services to you residents. All the two trustees had to do is just show up to a meeting and vote no, and we would have voted yes, and then it would have died. Just so you understand how it works. 2 to 2 is okay, guys. If you could, thank you. If it would have been 2 to 2, it would have died. And we could have kept moving forward with township business. I just want to make sure people understand and don't know what's going on before me. So that's that for.
I have a question about this. So this was passed on 9/24, and I agree with it. But we also agreed to another forensic audit on 3 years of each department. Why wasn't that ever submitted?
So if you had that question, you could have asked.
Well, I'm asking now. Don't. And I did email. I emailed months ago, and I never got a response. So I'm asking now.
All right. People tend to put up smoke as it relates to the question before you. The question before you is on the agenda for approval, and all you have to do is approve it. If people had questions about anything else, it has nothing to do with what's before you, which is to vote to investigate Carmen Carlisle for the credit cards that she had. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's strictly for that and nothing else. So if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. So if you said no, you said no. But before you said yes, you said I'm transparent. I'm going to vote. So vote and let's move forward for the company.
I am transparent.
You don't have to trust you
or keep
trustee.
Resubmit this and send it out to the board. I don't trust your administration.
We don't trust you. That's why we're doing the investigation. So we're trying to move forward with the investigation so that now the public would know exactly how things are spent here at Thornton Township.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Stephanie for being our new trustee, and I commend our suddenly animated lawyer for getting in the game. You stood up today, and this is what it should be every single meeting. Now, in view of the fact that we have to go through this endless filibuster at the end of the meetings, I would like to suggest to the trustees that they move the supervisor's report to the end of the meeting, so those of us who don't want to sit here and listen to the blather can leave. Because you're going to hear the same thing over and over again, and it's going to be totally alien to whatever the truth may be at that particular point. Case in point, we are now probably looking at one of the only individuals in the state of Illinois that is uninsurable in Dolton and uninsurable in Thornton Township. I say this without fear because it has been put all over the airways yesterday by Lori Lightfoot, who gave us but she gave us a roadmap as to how Dolton and Thornton Township have been commingling, and our funds have been messed up totally and completely. What we want to do is remember that Liberation Day is coming. It starts February the 10th, and it goes through February the 25th. That's in Dolton. I'm not sure what the township April 1st. So it would be good to have April 1st, April Fool's Day. Gotta go. Also, on the subject of bonuses. Okay, I love employees. However, until we get the budget straight, until we finally figure out who are these employees that have been digging in our pockets for 4 years to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars, it doesn't make any. We have to separate those employees from the others, because a 5-figure bonus has been taken by a bunch of people with credit cards. And one of them might be sitting in front of us. We don't know that. In addition to that, I don't quite understand what the options were in that closed session, but all those options should be put on the table as to what could have happened or what should have happened, if that's even possible. Because getting administrative leave with pay reminds me of what happened in Dolton. William Moore was fired from Dolton, yet he was the only one that could go in there and let anyone in.
Time.
He sat there.
All right, well, time is up. Who's the next person on the list? Your 3 minutes are up.
Vivian Allen.
Who Allen?
Vivian Allen.
Did you say your tap?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Thank you, Dave.
Clerk, can I step in for a second, clerk, and say something real quick? I just want to have a brief talk real quick. Thornton Township employees, there is a level of dignity and respect that you guys should be carrying yourselves with. That, ma'am, I'm speaking to Thornton Township employees. I just want to make it clear that we have to treat our residents, regardless of personal feelings, with dignity and respect. Please keep that in mind while people are up speaking.
And y'all should have said that when you brought crowds in here disrupting meetings.
This is my first meeting up here.
But you're on the other side keeping up all the chaos. Now you want people to behave. Stop. All right, go ahead. You got 3 minutes.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. What you said was a great introduction, because she never gives the residents respect. And yet, she wants everyone to respect her in that seat. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I don't care what anybody else got to say. I appreciate Lori Lightfoot and her investigation and the thoroughness of what she gave us residents, because everything on there was something that can be verified, and that's why it was sent to the feds. So again, you're not under federal investigation. We say you lied. While you always trying to call somebody else out, we're calling you out. You might want to just step down and not come to another meeting. I wish y'all would have made the meeting for February the 26th, so at least we could have enjoyed her being voted out. Clean House 2025. We got this.
Beth McBride.
Good evening. My name is Beth McBride. I am a resident of Thornton Township. This whole thing that's been happening here has been really awful. The world is watching us, the country is watching us, the state of Illinois is watching us, and the communities are watching us. This has been a very bad thing with bad leadership. The thing that I want to say to the world is that I am so appreciative for the many prayers around the world. I've read many comments on blogs where people are praying for us. I've also read many comments where people are encouraging us. They're encouraging us to stand strong, and I have been standing strong throughout all of this, and so many of you have been standing strong also. We're going to continue to stand strong because we need Thornton Township for the food assistance that people need. People need rent assistance, and people need housing assistance, and they need all sorts of encouragement and assistance. I'm really hopeful that there will be more mental health care for people that have fallen through the cracks so that they will receive help. I really think that if you would pray for us and continue to support us, we appreciate it so much. Yeah.
Jennifer Roberts.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, Stephanie Wiedemann. Yes. I just want to say thank you to Carmen and Chris. You all have done a great job despite all of the harassment that you all have had to endure. Right now, this is a moment that we have all been praying for. People, and this is why real prayer works. Real prayer works. And we've been praying and hoping for a day like today. Now work is getting done. Tiffany, you are taking losses in both the village and the township. And the nightmare is over. I am so happy. Last week you did an interview with WVON. And you lied. One after the other. One lie after the other. But you asked me a question that your friend would not allow me to answer. So tonight I'm going to answer that question. You said that my husband was stalking you. But I want you to know that we live in Lansing. We shop in Lansing. We do business in Lansing. And we eat at restaurants in Lansing. And here's the thing, neither you nor Keith Price or William Moore live in Lansing. You all don't live in Lansing. So the lie that you're telling people, and you need to correct your lawyers because you have some dumb lawyers that are not doing their job for you correctly. And we can't wait to see you in court on April if you show up. But by then, you will be out of both seats. You will be out of both seats. Oh, Clerk Wells, let me say thank you. Thank you for what you did. And you did your job, and we are grateful. Thank you to the attorney. We are so proud of you tonight. You did your job, and that's all we've been asking for. Accountability, transparency, doing the right thing. Thank you, and thank you.
Next resident, last name is Nicole, is Olivia. Oh, there you go. Okay. Alicia.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I wanted to start by just saying how monumental this day is for me, because William, you're out of here, okay? You're out of here. You don't even live in the township. You tried to out me several times. You don't even live in the township. One question I do have is, why is it with pay?
because they've been on leave with pay. They haven't done anything related to what their roles are supposed to be. So I don't understand why they're on leave with pay, because essentially nothing changes for them, because they've been doing the same thing. Attorney, I do applaud you for tonight. However, after last meeting, after her bullies, to Stephanie's point, said that I didn't live in the township, which I do. I didn't see you with the yellow card at the vote. I didn't see you with the yellow card at the vote. I have one though. But anyway, when I told the attorney, I said, attorney, you might need to advise, you know, I don't even know what to call them, the administration, Tiffany included, on making those statements about me not being a resident. Your response was, well, sue them then. Thanks for the information, because I will be doing just that. But to me, that just puts money in your pocket, because who's going to defend them? You? So that was, I didn't like that advice. And if you are for the township residents, you definitely weren't for me when you told me that. To me, the strategy would have been, get your people in check, because they're a liability. They can't get insured now, yet when I file this lawsuit that I'm filing, it's going to be even worse. So, you know, be careful. Oh, it's all good. Thanks to you, I have it recorded. Thanks to you, it's recorded. But anyway, so he's interrupting me. Control your goal. And it's funny to you, right? Anyway, Clerk Wells, you know, I did want to say I did thank her. I'm just going to be quiet. I want my time back. Okay. Clerk Wells, I do want to commend you and congratulate you for the vote. I asked you about the vote early on, and you did tell me what the process was. Tiffany was trying to circumvent that process. And what kind of supervisor who's fighting for voter rights on one hand, claiming that people were locked out of the caucus, but then you don't even show up to exercise your right if you even live in a township. You were too honorary to even show up. Okay, but anyway, if you want to talk, come up here for public comment. This is ignorant to just be yelling stuff out while people are talking. If you want to talk, get on up here and speak your piece. But anyway, so Clerk Wells, I want to commend you. I know it's difficult to stand strong when you're pressured to do the wrong thing, because, I mean, that's pretty much what Tiffany does. She wants you to back her even in her wrongness. So thank you for standing up, for standing on the side of right, for respecting your position, and really letting the residents have the vote that we were supposed to have. So in that, congratulations, Stephanie. I was very proud. I'm glad that you are now a trustee and are proud of giving us a quorum. So again, thank you guys, and have a great night.
Janelle Taylor.
I don't know if this works. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. I have two statements I want to make. One is a question, rather. The first statement is, at the last meeting, we had a young lady who got up here who had not even signed up to speak, and she used a lot of profanity, and there were at least 2 children in the audience, and our supervisor was smiling like it was cute. And she did not have her head down, and she has it down now. I don't understand. If you're a woman, lift your head up and listen to what's said, whether you accept it or not. But that's a child's move that you're doing. Okay, we'll move on from there. The other one is a question for Trustee Everett Gray, or Gray Everett. I'm not sure which one it is. Why do you have to sidebar with the supervisor during these meetings? Couldn't she call you on the phone and tell you how to vote?
This is public comment. Make your comment.
Anyway, my time is not up. I haven't even been up here that long. But the point is, why do you have to sidebar? I'm assuming that Miss Everett has reasoning skills, and she can make a decision on her own. You should not have to tell her what to do. If you have to tell her what to do, and she can't think of reasoning out herself, she needs to step down from that position. But we know that's going to be wiped out soon.
Dyer.
Excuse me, my bad, got a little distracted. Alright, so, man, there's so much, I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is clear that you got questionable spending habits, you got a failed business venture, your restaurant was deemed nasty, and it's proven while you're talking about her education, we can't even verify yours. But since you sold for women, I really already knew by the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought you was gonna get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I want to educate you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee, and ain't none of her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She is efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the Dolton Park District until she stepped aside to help her daughter become something you'll never be, which is a married woman. And her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter, but I done heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. And so while you've been a half-ass mayor, but if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work, and I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would better take a vote and we're going to exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of our. So all those in favor say, all those